25 people are accused of operating a multi-million-dollar nursing school scheme, including 2 defendants from Burlington County.
Nursing schools in New Jersey, Delaware, and 3 other states are suspected of selling thousands of fake nursing diplomas.
The wire fraud scheme created an illegal licensing and employment shortcut for aspiring nurses.
ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more.
This morning, authorities are warning healthcare facilities nationwide after uncovering a scheme that sold thousands of fake diplomas to people working as nurses.
When we talk about a nurse's education and credentials, shortcut is not a word we want to use.
The operation, dubbed Operation Nightingale, uncovered 3 nursing schools based in South Florida, which investigators say sold more than 7,600 fraudulent diplomas for about $15,000 apiece.
We're looking around at $114 million paid for these documents.
The local district attorney says in some cases, students would use the fake diplomas to obtain nursing jobs in other states without proper training.
When we entrust the life of an elderly parent to the staff of an assisted living or skilled nurse facility, the last thing we want to learn is that the nurses administering the medications, the ones charged with carrying out the doctor's order, took shortcuts on their clinical training.
Authorities charged 25 people in the scheme across multiple states, including Florida, New York, New Jersey, Texas, and Delaware. Agents say they've identified several facilities where people may currently be working as licensed nurses after obtaining their jobs illegally. Investigators are now working with licensing boards in each state to make sure anyone who got a fraudulent diploma no longer provides care.
To date, we have not learned of nor uncovered any evidence of patient harm stemming from these individuals potentially providing services to patients.
The 25 suspects face fraud and conspiracy charges. The 3 schools have been shut down. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
There we are go, there we are go, there we are go, we tire, there we are go. Go, there we are go. Amen. Several are crying, no. Market women are crying, no. There we are go. We tire, oh, that we are go. Innocent people are dying, yo. The students are sitting home. That we are go. We tire, oh, that we are go. That we are go. That we are go.
They reduce the rest for those who are that not even working but making ends meet can buy. So when the shortfall, you cannot again and support scarcity. You understand? So what needs to be done for all the parts? That's why we have our responsibility as a citizen.
Go, 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 go. Yeah, that we are go. We tire. There we are go, there we are go, there we are go, we tire, there we are go. Go, there we are go. Amen. Several are crying, no. Market women are crying, no. There we are go. We tire, oh, that we are go. Innocent people are dying, yo. The students are sitting home. That we are go. We tire, oh, that we are go. That we are go. That we are go.
They reduce the rest for those who are that not even working but making ends meet can buy. So when the shortfall, you cannot again and support scarcity. You understand? So what needs to be done for all the parts? That's why we have our responsibility as a citizen.
Go, 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 go. Yeah, that we are go. We tire.
Let's go ahead and share quickly. I'll share the link. I got a I have few things to discuss here. I have told myself that I will be a little bit just focused on you know um, the messaging and all of the perspective. But I figured that there's something important to uh, you know to discuss today. So I'm actually here to see how best we can talk about that. All right. So let me go ahead and play this here, and then I'll be back on here shortly for us to talk.
There we are go, there we are go, there we are go, we tire out, there we are go. Go, 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 there we are go. Amen. Sevens are crying, no. Market women are crying, no. There we are go. We tire out, there we are go. Innocent people are dying, yo. The students are sitting home. There we are go. We tire out, there we are go. There we are go. There we are go.
They reduce the rent for those who are that not even working but making ends meet can buy. So when the shop fall, you cannot again support scarcity. You understand? So what needs to be done for all the parts? Because we have our responsibility as a citizen.
Go, 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 go. Yeah, there we are go. We tire out.
All right. Good afternoon, good evening. I'll probably only be on here for an hour, maybe two. It depends. But so I decided to hop on today to speak on some things. For me, I don't hold back when it comes to certain issues. I speak my mind. And the quickest way to actually make me upset or to lose me as a person is to be controlling, to be disrespectful, right? And to not understand, this perspective or this essence of, respecting difference in opinions and ideas. I get really ticked off when, people feel that their perspective is the only perspective, right? That, that's important, or that they know it all. And so, other people, right? And their opinions are not as valued, right? I don't like that. And you push me away. Let me tell you that right now. I can be the nicest person. I can be, a friendly person. But when you come off as, somebody who doesn't get something like that, right? And, it just rubbed me in the wrong way. But anyways, so let me say this, by the way. Oh yes, the new platform's working. I'm actually streaming on the Unapologetic page on YouTube, Restream. Actually using multiple platforms here at the time. So thank you. LinkedIn page is actually on too as well. So we have a lot of people on the LinkedIn page here. So thank you. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it so well. Thank you. Thank you all for following there. So let me just say this real quick, right? Contrary to the beliefs of certain people, I don't, come on social media to just be confrontational, right? One of the things I say, yeah, on MySpace too, with Tom, in my personal life, I have trusted and relied on my decision making. That's why you see, when it comes to this political space, I talk freely, I talk loosely, because there's nothing anybody can say to me. Because of the things that I do in my personal life, they're guided based upon my beliefs. They're guided based upon, my integrity, right? and the truthfulness in my heart. So I speak freely and I talk on issues with no regrets, right? And I, the passion in me and the work ethics I have, I make myself available to, making an impact, right? And being effective in, ways that I believe, that will be helpful to everybody, including, the people, that I support. So today, all of us, as you know, we've been preparing for this thing here on the 27th. And yes, the 27th remains, a key component of what we intend to do going forward. But one thing I've learned in my own personal discipline, that, bad news travels faster than good news. And so if there's something bad, right, that's coming up and you don't address it from the onset, it tends to linger and it causes problem. Let's say in, the space of consumers, right? If you're a multi-million dollars, $1 billion institution, and if consumers or people start bad-mouthing your company, or they start carrying this negative news about a product that you're marketing, and you don't do a good job to really attack that particular perspective from the onset, and you allow it to linger, one person tells the second person tells the third person, and then the fourth person, the next thing you know, the whole bunch of other people, and then they influence market perspective in terms of how consumers view your product, right? And so that's what you see when you have these companies and they're faced with these issues. They spend resources into marketing, countering, and making sure they're actually putting out a perspective, right? That's not negative, but that counters the negative perspective that's actually there. That's the essence of smart thinking. That's the essence of marketing. That's the essence of leadership. That's the essence of, speaking truth to the power, right? So today I was sitting down. Mind you, I look, last year when Ty Wombe came on social media and started speaking and started talking some rubbish, I think I said a few things. And Ty went and blocked me, which I don't care, by the way. Look, people like Ty, y'all got to understand, at this point in time in our nation's history, or during a critical period when it comes to our country, we have to be careful, about who we're listening to, the people we're taking information from. When I came into the ANC, Qatar was this cool person, people, whatever it is. I didn't really, open up much to Ty Wombe because I was not one of those people. I'm not one of those people who follow people. And I come with my own, my own weight as well. So, I'm never trying to chase or cloud chase, there. But I'm good at observing people. And when I observe you and I see something that's just not right, I limit my interaction and I know how to pivot. That's why you see me, I'm not a follower. You won't see me following people. And I can tell people when you piss me off in the wrong way, when you push me in a position wherein I think that, we're not on the same page and you're trying to be somebody else, I know how to come in my space. And trust me, I have value, right? And so when I take my value and move, you go ahead and focus on you. Let me focus on me. But long story short, last year, Ty Wombe came with all these bullshit and stuff and whatever it is. And, I made one or two comments. Ty Wombe got upset and stuff and blocked, which I don't care. And I left to do it alone. So we have been focusing on, selling this thing for the 27, which, by the way, look, let me say this. Peace funny. Let me say this to y'all. There is nothing anybody would do on social media that's going to take away from what's going to unfold on the 27th. Y'all got to stop giving people that much power, right? When you stop making people think that they have to wait to take away from something you're doing, then you've actually lost the fight. People with confidence don't think for a second that anybody's so powerful enough to take away from your messaging. Because look, once you're consistent with your messaging, once you're focusing on some things, right, you're doing everything right, it does not matter what negative somebody says. It doesn't take away from what you're doing, because at the end of the day, what you're doing is based on substance, right? But I find that people who are just knee-jerk and quick to react and quick to just do things don't have confidence, right? And that's a problem for me. That is absolutely a problem for me. So let's get into this thing. The first thing I want to address, I want to address with social media relationship and suggestion and all of the things. Let me say this. When I come on social media, the things that I do is not sponsored or financed by anybody. Let me just get it right. I think I'm confident, right, and competent enough to be able to do what I see fit and make the right decision. I trust my judgment. You know, I started this podcast with saying that I trust my judgment. The way I think, I trust it. You understand me? I believe in my mind. This is why everything that I've done in my personal life, it has been guided based upon my integrity, my inner self. Go ask about me. Go to people who know me outside of social media. You understand me? I engage Liberians in the social media space, but I sit in my corner, in my home, in the confines of my home, right? And I enjoy my company. You will not hear anything foolish about me out here because I respect myself and I trust my judgment. This judgment here was able to raise teenagers, my daughters, you know, about to graduate next year, go to college, then followed by my son. This judgment of mine has been able to put me in the position wherein I respect myself. That's why you don't see me chasing people around here. That's why you don't see me, you know, out here in the public eyes with all kind of negative stuff. So when you trust your judgment and your decision making, you know what guides it and you make the most effective decision possible. And y'all look around. Many of the things that I've said before, when people disagree with me, when people felt that it was another way to do it, suddenly you see other people started doing it. There's many times that I call for the CPP campaign to be a little tougher and attack these issues and start defending themselves. For a while, people thought that it was not the right way. They had all the suggestions. What do you see? Last week starting, you see Musa Ability out here not taking the fight to these people. All right? Because my style is different. You know, me, I don't put myself in the position where I think that I need to appease multiple people. I don't do that. I'm not looking to be liked by anybody. I'm not out here to be accepted by anybody. Whether you like me or whether you support what I do, whether you want to be on this life, it is up to you. I absolutely do not care. At the end of the day, what drives me is what's in my heart. I can post some content. You want to share it, that's your business. You want to sit on these live videos, that's your business. Whatever you decide, it is up to you. But it does not determine what I do as an individual, as a person. All right? I just wanted to put it there, right? Some of you will not share the good things that we do. Some of you will see the time, the effort, the energy that we put into doing things, and you will not be supportive of it. You will not come and actually share it. You will not go ahead and pass on those good information. You'll sit on Facebook, you'll act like your eyes closed. You'll be negative. But the moment you see the cloud, you want to chase it. Or when you think that there's opportunity to promote your own selfish agenda, then you come and pretend. This pretense. Some of you will act like we're cool. We're all working together. But in the end, what you will do, you will sit down there and go and join other people to tarnish our reputation and make us look stupid, all because you think that you have your personal agenda. Me, let me tell you this. I don't open myself up to people who think that, you know, they can just only come and be with you when it's necessary and when something else is the other way to go there. So in so stating, as this fast part, before I get to the next part, I don't need to be accepted by nobody. I don't need you to agree with what I do. You understand me? I don't need you to think that your decision way of doing it is mine. Whatever you think that you want to do is up to you. Whatever I see fit is up to me. There's beauty in diversity when it comes to thinking, right? This is uniqueness. Everybody's born in a different way. The world operates on different perspectives. You've got to be able to respect people based upon the perspective and stop trying to impose your viewpoint. Everybody's got a unique way of doing things. Everybody. If we all were doing things the same way, we would not have a society that's diverse. And it doesn't make sense. That's why companies now invest in diversity in thinking. Because there's some things that you may see. There's some things that you may see in terms of your own thought process may be right for you, right? But it is not good for other people. So stop that. Stop this thing. Stop this control of people's thoughts, the ideas, the minds and stuff. Let's be respectful. Learn to be respectful about people and the thought processes. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, right, it fosters an environment that's competitive, and it allows all of us to be serviceable, right? To be able to impact the processes based upon our unique perspectives and our unique diversity, right? That's what I want to address. And number two, I haven't asked anybody to come here to support me. I post out some of you want, and we've been saying that we know the logic we post here. We know the effective materials that we post on social media. We know that we can be engaging. We know we can be very strategic. I am a value person, and trust me when I say this. I got multiple skill sets. I work, right, based upon the diversity in me in terms of skills. And I know how effective I can be. So, but I'm also, there's something about me y'all need to know. If I'm doing stuff and people don't buy into it, I don't stop doing it because I think people are not buying into it. I continue to do it because I believe. But I leave time, right, as that tutor to be able to show people that, you know what, this was actually the smart way of doing things. On the line of the ANC, we've been using this soft diplomacy for a long damn time. My thing here is that data drives our decision. With all the things that we've done in terms of soft diplomacy, what can we point to in terms of the numbers, quantifying things? How have we benefited from soft diplomacy? We were soft throughout the entire CPP arrangement to the point wherein we kept our mouth shut, we kept quiet about things, and we felt that being quiet and being diplomatic was going to make us to be accepted by people who didn't love us. It's like the relationship of an abused spouse. You're getting abused by the man, but you still taking it because you hope that one of these days the man will finally accept you. But then somewhere along the line, two things will happen. The man will love you, or he will end up killing you or end up hurting you. And it's your loss at the end of the day. So the ANC, I've been really frustrated for a long time with the way in which we've used soft diplomacy to deal with stuff, and it has been ineffective. It has not helped us. All the thing, let's focus on selling a candidate. We've been selling Mr. Cummings. We've been focusing, and some of the people who've been suggesting to sell Mr. Cummings, they've been selling him, right? And if they were so effective and they have been successful, then we wouldn't be telling other people how to go about it. The moral of the story here is this, that we have used diplomacy to address issues for a long time. Diplomacy hasn't quantified into anything of success. It has not created any result. We have lost more than we've gained in being diplomatic when it comes to negative news. This is the reason why the so-called lies on Mr. Cummings in terms of that bullshit that fool from the Unity Party started kind of manifested and took steam. Because in the beginning, when those issues should have been nailed head on, we sat there and we allowed it to extend. And here we are today. And this leads me to my next point with Taiwan. People say, go focus. We got something going. Let me tell you something. If you are telling me that you will stop focusing and addressing issues because you need to think one way, then you're not a good structure. Anybody who thinks that you cannot still operate or focus on your goal, but at the same time dispel rumors and counter lies and deception, then you're ineffective. Because any institution, even political institution or corporate organization, you've got to have multiple layers to deal with multiple things, as in the case of a corporation. Before I even come to the politics, a corporation will not tell you today that, because we're trying to launch a new product, we're not going to focus on the negative news over there. We'll just go ahead and launch it because that's our focus. No, they will go ahead and put a specific team to address that issue while they're focusing on branding and selling. That's what you have, multidimensional operations. You understand me? Multidimensional operations and stuff. You can't see something negative and you allow it to continue to play because you think that, let's focus on this. No, that's not the right way to do things. You have people with multi-perspectives, right? And you have to be able to effectively use it to drive the narrative, truthfully speaking, right? Ty Womack came out and said some things, and I mentioned that I was not trying to mention his name, but I'll go and say it. I've been sitting there. It came to my attention. I laughed, right? Because if you really look at it, it is easy to beat down what people like Ty Womack were saying. We know exactly what's driving those kind of behaviors. We know why they were coming out there and attacking the ANC or Mr. Cummings. It is not because the things that they're saying are the truth. There are facts to every conversation. But if somebody says something negative, right, there are ways that you can counter it to be able to educate people about the truth and let those who are listening decide. But you can't say, oh, you want to focus on attacking everybody. I mean, who are you? I mean, come on, man. Seriously speaking. Y'all think, you know, before I take suggestions from people, I look at the people who are putting suggestions. I just don't take suggestions from nobody or anybody. I know my worth. I know my value. I tell you, and some of you miss this thing. Some of the reasons why we're on social media is not because we're trying to make a name for ourselves. I'm not trying to make a name for myself. I'm not trying to do anything for my own personal gain. I do it because of conviction. There's a difference when you do things based on conviction than when you're seeking clout. I'm doing it based upon conviction. Some of you know people who've been doing it because they want to get somewhere. Because the most people tell me, oh, do it this way and you get a following. You think I'm really doing this because I want to get a following? This is social media, digital age. You can get followings whatever way. I know I'm eloquent enough. I'm intelligent enough. I'm skillful enough to be able to drive the message as I see fit. And I will continue to do it my way because I believe in my abilities and my mind. That's why I continue to do the things that I do. And some of the people who will criticize it will be the first to run to us to help them with things. And we will do it willingly. But they will stand with you when it comes to other issue. They will go and actually stand with other people. I don't like hypocrisy like that. I really don't. If you can't stand with me and you will go and do something else, you know, contrary to me, that's a problem. You know, that's a problem. But here are the facts here in something I want to drive to quickly. You know, when you're coming on social media and telling people that the ANC owes rent for $500 some more dollars, you know, we laugh at you. Because I think members from ANC Global spent a lot of money into the Ty One Way campaign. I got personal messages wherein this man was in people's inbox, basically crying to them to contribute, to give him money. Y'all need to know the truth. Y'all need to know the truth. You see, people like Ty One Way them, they have this bitterness in the heart for a certain reason. Ty One Way is bitter not because he thinks that he has something valuable to sell to the Liberian people. He's bitter because he thinks that he should still be in the position that he was in 2017. And because that is not the case, no longer the case, he will drive his bitterness. Ty One Way felt that Mr. Cummings needed to side with him in Nimba County. And because he thought that Mr. Cummings did not side with him, he became bitter. Sometimes we need to ask. The ANC Global have raised millions of dollars in the diaspora. The most recent fundraiser they raised over $200,000. They have put a lot of monies into the political party. That $500 ANC Global ain't got to go pay. You should be asking Ty One Way if he paid his staffers with all the money that the people in the diaspora collected and gave to him for his campaign. Did he pay the people that was working for him in Nimba County? He didn't. Some of the very same people have to come. Some of the people who are out there today defending Ty One Way and telling us to stop talking, keep in our inbox to ask for money because they were on Ty One Way's campaign team. We took money and gave it to them, more than $300, $500, because we felt that we were being supported. Let's start from there. Sometimes when somebody tells you something about a particular individual or organization, look at the person who's talking. What right? But let me not use right. Why would a Ty One Way of all person want to lecture us about who's owing rent or who's, you know, or the ANC strategy? You know, the man lied to people. Ty One Way contested in Nimba County. Look at the outcome. That's all you need to see. Ty One Way for a long time have been walking around as if he has all of the relationships. He doesn't. Same thing with 2017. You know, I got a lot of things to drop, and I will not drop the major one. I will keep it, but I will say this. I want y'all to ask Ty One Way the next time he speaks, because it is very important that all of you sit and actually, right, be honest. Let's be truthful here. Why is it Ty One Way is actually upset today? Let's say that. Why is it Ty One Way is upset? Ty One Way then saw Mr. Cummings as the get out of jail free card. They saw Mr. Cummings as the financial machinery, wherein they felt that they could be the only one around this man and driving it, right? Driving results. The truth here is, after the 2017 election, there were a lot of financial financial issues, right? When it comes to Ty One-Way. One of the things that I will speak directly here to today is this. In 2017, the people in the diaspora sent Ty One-Way $13,000 to set up an overseas plan, right? That was in August of 2017. The plan was all about making sure that we could put those kind of structures on the ground to be able to help with Mr. Cummings' campaign. That $13,000 that was sent to Ty One-Way amongst all of the other monies that was given to Ty One-Way. When the people in the diaspora reached out to Ty One-Way to give a breakdown of what was done with the money, even though it was evident based upon the reports and all of the things that we had earmarked, right, that the monies was not used to be able to undertake those particular initiatives, they reached out to Ty One-Way. Ty, we sent you $13,000. Can you send us a report of what was actually done with the money so we can be able to, factor it in and see if the plan that we had asked you to implement is actually ready for us to go into full operation? Ty One-Way responded and said, oh, you know what? I've been busy, but I'm compiling everything and I'll get back to you. Since 2017, today we're in 2023. Ty One-Way never responded. He never told the people what he did with that $13,000. To this day, Ty One-Way he has not spoken to the people that he worked with that gave him the money, including paying his plane ticket to go on ground to set up that structure. To this day, nobody knows what he did with that $13,000. The same thing with the NEMA election. The global people raised a lot of money and sent it to that guy. Monies that he came to the people said he needed to pay pool washers. He needed to pay his staff. They gave him that money. The people mobilized and raised it and gave it to him. Even though with all of the things that I was going to say, you know what? This man still one of us will still go ahead and provide the type of support that we need to provide for him. They went ahead and did it. Ty One-Way did not pay the bill. Ask people who from NEMA County, they will tell you. Ty One-Way did not pay pool watchers. He did not pay people on his campaign staff. If you go in NEMA County right now, you talk about the experience that they had with Ty One-Way, the people will be the first to tell you that they don't want to have anything to do with Ty One-Way. So this is a man that's got a history of dishonesty. He comes on social media and write a post and lie and attack an organization that's been there for him financially, an organization that he stole from, an organization he took $13,000 from and refused to let the people know how he or what he did with the money. But he comes on social media and he writes rubbish, and some of you were out thinking, you start running for it. And then some of you who got personal relationship with Ty One-Way, you come on, oh, let's not talk. Look, let me also speak about the ANC, the internal wranglings that he's speaking. Look, every political institution will have their little whatever it is. And there are a lot of things that we want to say. I will keep it because I will not speak on a matter that's actually being looked at right now. I am one of those people that were impacted. And some of the people that you hear crying today and say they're running to Ty, oh, they may take care of people in the party, those were the same people that when some of us were fighting for to make sure that we're doing the right thing to guide them, those were the same people that attacked some of us. I won't tell you my story at the appropriate time. I will bring that one on, including video evidences from my body camera, so y'all can see. So when people are lying, you don't pay attention because some of the people that he references, oh, pay your staff and this, that, the rest of it. But we tell you the dealings of some of those people, you're not going to hear it. I'm not going to go there, but I'll go back to Ty. Ty took $13,000. $13,000 from the people in the diaspora. That money was to go ahead and implement grassroots political activities across the country structure so they can start bankrolling in funds to make sure that the Cummings campaign was successful in 2017. The man blew the money out. They sent in an email, several emails, and I have it here. I have them here. Several emails were sent to Ty One-Way asking him about the money. You understand me? Asking him about the money. Right? Asking him about the money. asking this man about the money. What did you do with the money? Can you give us a breakdown of what was spent in terms of the money? You understand me? And with the mandate that Ty was supposed to set up the structure, the campaign team in Liberia, right? In the district coordinators, all of these things. That was the direct plan, to go there, set up the structure, the zonal heads, the district head, all of these things. $13,000 was given to this man. The man I said the ANC got $500 to pay the rent. $13,000 was given to this guy. He stole the people money. He stole the ANC money and refused to give account. To this day, that woman has not responded to that party. I dare you. And let me say another thing. I said it before, and I will just give a snippet of it because there's more coming. Let's talk about the Kana Group. Is the Kana Group really a serious organization? I dare you. Don't say do say. You tell Ty Womber to publish the income statement of the Kana Group. Tell Ty Womber to publish the financial statement, the income statement of the Kana Group on the IRS website, the documentation, the filing. Let's see how much in net income or even gross income that the Kana Group has actually earned. I'm leading you somewhere, and I'll come back to that part now. I just touched on it a little bit. Y'all ask him. You know, when you come and run your mouth, what is $500? That thing, one member, Roslyn Kuba can say, and go take it from here. But you see, when people don't have anything of substance to say, they come and run their mouth. But if people are talking, look at the person who's talking. Or Ty Womber shouldn't be the one running his mouth. Ty Womber can't even express himself. Okay? That man, that last credibility that stole $13,000 from Tim Cummings, the people in the diaspora, and to this, they never gave account of it. After they bought his ticket, after they gave you money to set up campaign structure in the different counties, that the man that you go listen to about, who's paying what, you better believe that? The ANC Global get ready to raise hundreds of thousands of dollars on the night. That $500 they will not go pay for rent. The man embarrassed all of us. Ty Womber disgraced everybody. Ty Womber was so disrespectful to the point wherein everybody backed up for him. You went into Nimba, you disrespected the people. You didn't pay the staffers. All of these things, you didn't do it. And you want to kind of run your mouth here and talk. Let's listen to people who are credible people. Let's listen to people who have the guts, who have, who are truthful. Don't listen to people who can't talk rubbish here all day. Listen to people who, when they say things, you believe them because you know they come with credibility. I will come back to part 2 because there's an important part on part 2 that I need to bring, including receipts, actual receipts, that some of you will be even shocked when you see some of these things. Trust me when I say so. I got more where this came from. But I came to address something simple because I will be back to discuss even more. You ready? Give me a few minutes, right? I will say this to you. The next time somebody tells you that the next time somebody tells you that the ANC owe this, that, the rest of it, especially Ty Womber, ask Ty Womber for a second. Just say, Ty, what happened to the $13,000 that you took from the people in the diaspora, including the campaign money that they gave you in Nimba County? Did you pay your staffers? Did you pay them? Go open the car there for me. I'll be there shortly. Did you pay them? But let me say this. The next time I come, I'm going to dedicate over 3 hours to Ty Womber and all the documentation. But I want to say this directly to some of you. Please, if you don't want to support what we're writing, what we're doing, what we're posting, the good contents that we posted here, and you're only focused on the negative to come and criticize, to come and say things, I'm begging you, just keep it to yourself. At this point in time, I really don't care about people's opinion. No, my people, what I do for this party is not driven on the backs of anybody. It's only done based upon how I feel, the credibility in my heart. I don't care about anything else. At the end of the day, whatever will be, let it be. We move on. Whatever the Liberian people decide is up to them. But nothing that I do is driven based upon your perception or your direction. And if you think I'm doing something that you don't agree with, that's your business. Go do your own. Go be effective the way you see fit. Go do the things that are necessary. Just leave me alone. Because I'm just tired of all the bickering, the inter noise, the negativity, the accusation, all of the extra rubbish. All of the extra rubbish. I don't care about those things. I really do not give a damn about your opinion. I speak truth to the power. The truth here is that woman is the same one. You're accusing the people are not paying $500, $13,000 you stole from the diaspora people. You never gave account of that money. After they paid your money to go to, they pay your way to go to Liberia. Also, the monies that they gave you to pay campaign staffers in Nimba County to this day, you didn't even pay those people. You collected all those monies and you ran away. The same thing y'all did to this man. At least some of us coming with helping this man here, and we don't even care about anything financial. But some of you only came around coming to take from this man. Y'all took hundreds of thousands of dollars. When they gave y'all money to go sponsor campaigns and stuff, y'all abuse it, y'all misuse it, y'all dog these people, y'all stole from the campaign, y'all continue to milk it. So when somebody think that you have no help anymore, all you're doing is being liability, then you get vexed to attack them all day. The only reason why they're attacking because Mr. Comey is not bankrolling cash, and the people that's been able to come on board and be able and make the sacrifices needed to drive the results. That woman does not have any influence on nobody. That woman is just a big talker. Y'all tell him to show income statement of the kind of group. And let me validate it for you. The same way he went and created a bogus thing through, what's the thing called? Forbes. To say that he's this popular figure. You know what happened? You can go on Forbes and use the subscription to create a profile. And once anybody look you up on Google, they'll see your name come up on Forbes. And you put whatever you want to put out there. I'm leading to something where you'll pay attention. I'm dropping some nuggets there before the next one I do. You can go on Forbes and get a subscription and actually create a profile. And anybody can look you up and say, oh, dude, so company here and stuff. So company, XYZ company and stuff. Oh, number 1 person in 100% in the world. Young person, most influencer. You can pay those things. You can do it. I'm telling you. I'm saying this because the next place that I'm going to show documentation. But y'all don't be carried away. We can still run an effective operation, not falling into the trappings of all the foolery and stuff. We will still be fine. But when negative news come up with people like that, you got to be able to dispel it and shut it down before it grows wings. You're telling the same people who pay for your campaign that you stole the money and didn't pay those pool watchers today. Some of y'all, if y'all were pool watchers on Taiwan campaign, y'all know that the diaspora gave him the money to pay y'all. You ask people who worked on that campaign that in Nimba County, Taiwan pay the money. He didn't pay them. He ran away with it. I don't think he even used those money on the campaign. He took his own personal money and stuff because some of the very same people who honor our post today, I have screenshot messages of our conversation. Y'all be careful. Oh, can you help other thing embarrassing or because they make out here people need pool water the days out of the restaurant win something here? And we'll say, okay, go take this. That the man that can't talk, the man that stole $13,000 from the people in the diaspora today, since 2017, they sent him that email. To this day, he has not responded because he went and blew the people money. That the kind of people y'all would listen to. Y'all tell him the $600 or the $510 that he said they own the people. Let him take it from the $13,000. Let him take it from the $13,000. If that woman can deduct the $510 that he said we owe in rent, let him send the balance from that $13,000 because he owes us money. He stole. Even the money that Mr. Cummings gave in Nimba County. Okay? All the things that people did to be supportive of him. All the monies that they stole running the campaign in that country. All the resources they pour into them. They were not even paying the people. These young people and stuff that were taking the time. They were pocketing this money and run away. Now the men of y'all listen though. Let him, 2 things. Let the man deduct the $510 from the $13,000 he stole from the people in diaspora. In addition, let that woman provide income statement for the kind of group. I dare that woman. I challenge her. If the kind of group is a productive organization, if the kind of group is a successful institution as he portrays, I challenge that woman to show me income statement. showing the net earnings and even gross earnings of the kind of group. As somebody who work in finance, I will break it down for you. I dare you. But that's somewhere I'm going with it. You're listening to it. You're listening clear. I challenge Star Woman to show us income statement from the kind of group, to show that the kind of group is actually a productive institution. I will leave it there. My people, I'll be back on there. Let's go to work and stuff. We'll come here, Grand Bassa. Nothing takes away from Grand Bassa, but we can't sit down here and allow foolish people to sit down and run the mouth and talk nonsense all day. If we all agree, we owe $510, yeah? Take the $510 from the $13,000 you stole. Then when you deduct it from there, let me do the math for you, sir, because I won't be truthful here, you know? And he said $510, whatever it is. So you owe all $13,000. The $13,000 you stole in 2017, and he can't pay. So about $12,490. So when you deduct the $510, $12,490, that the balance that you have, take it from there, go pay it, including, you know what? Take some of the money and go pay the campaign staff and send the balance here. You think we got time to listen to rogues who steal from people can't tell us down there who owing what? You stole from coming, you stole from the people in the diaspora. They gave you money to support your campaign. You didn't pay the people, the staffers. Some of us have to take our own personal money. We got messages, or you crying in our inbox to beg us to support you. You want to publish that? A damn lazy bum like you. Show me the kind of good income statement. Show me how much the kind of good earned in total income last year. I dare you. Matter of fact, you show me your income statement or how much you amassed last year. I challenge you. So we can go and pull it up. Sit down there, probably taking PPP loans in organizations through shady banks. Now here you want to talk about. Don't make me go there with you. I will be back soon, but I will tell you this. Nothing will stop us from countering the narrative and telling people the truth. We can still sell Mr. Cummings, and we can still go after people who are talking lies and deception. They're only bitter because they can't use the man anymore. Mr. Cummings became smart. Listen and know that, oh, the man ain't putting money like 2017. Because when Mr. Cummings came down, Mr. Cummings will pour a lot of money into them. Me, I can talk it because nothing, $5, nothing is tied to me or anything. I do this for passion. That's the difference. Okay? Some of them are only mad because Mr. Cummings not spending money on there anymore. That's the control they wanted. Y'all remember when y'all were talking yesterday, oh, the ANC ain't open. There are only certain people feel like they have control of the ANC. That's some of the reason. Because the only thing Tyler wanted to do is they just wanted to have that influence and control, monetary control. That's why he was bitter. And everybody wrestled with this fool. The people in the diaspora, got done with him because they knew that these people are not correct. So I challenge Ty Woman. I know he can talk good. Ty, you can talk more than me. I'm more sophisticated than you. You know what? Let both of us show our income statement for last year. Publish the kind of group income statement and let's see how much the kind of group earned in income. I challenge you. I challenge you. Use the one that you also took to go file for the PPP loan. Using that bank that was actually sanctioned by the U.S. government there for distributing and giving out fake PPP loans. Oh, you want me to talk now, eh? Nonsense. I will be back again for part 2. I just scratching the surface here. But the truth here is the end of look. Let me tell you the more of this story. Let's start looking at the truthfulness in the message, in the conversations that people are having. That's what we need to do. When somebody accuses somebody of something, listen to the person who's talking. Do you listen to somebody who stole $13,000 from the same organization that he claims is not paying $510? Do you trust somebody who was giving all this money to run a campaign and didn't pay pool watchers? Do you trust a Thai woman who stole all of the things that I said? That $510 the ANC can't pay for rent? When you went and actually stole more than that from the people? Some of the young people that support you today, if they even knew how you stole the money that was actually given for the various structures that you're complaining today, if you had used the $13,000 to set up those structures, today majority of these people won't have the problem that you claim they have today. But because of the dishonesty in people like you, if you want to be a man about it and you want to be truthful, respond to the email that was sent to you since 2017. Respond to it. Give the people account of what you did with the money. Show the receipts. But you can't show it because no money was spent on any structure and the people admit to it. So people like you don't have any right to come out and talk about who's owing what. If you think we're owing, go ahead and deduct the $510 from the $13,000. The balance will leave it to you and your own conscience. But don't come here to disrespect people because we know you don't have the type of integrity to speak on issues of integrity. You have serious issue, my man. Let me tell you, don't go there because this could get really nasty. I'm telling you, you're exposed. You're not what you claim to be. I'm telling you. And when I get you, I'm going to create a page on Forbes too with my personal profile and post it as the 100 influential young person here so you can see the dishonesty. When people go to the length of using those things to portray something about them, think about it for a second. Think about it. When think about it. Think about it. I will be back later on. Until then, let me go dance my Baza music because on the 27th, we come here, Osa, and nobody will take it away from there. The new ANC is based upon people who have it in their heart to serve with passion. Yet there are challenges, there are difficulties. But you know what? When it comes to Liberia, nothing should be bigger. All of us should make the commitment and the sacrifices that we need. People that thought one minute they want to do it because they want to be on payroll. Nobody putting your damn eyes on payroll. You're damn fucking corrupt. Let me just use that expression. You stole $13,000. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. Keep quiet. And you know we can talk more. Trust me, I have the facts. I have the evidences. I would dig into the arsenal. Boy, you don't want to try it. But I would say this. Go ahead and publish the income statement of the Kana Group. I challenge you. Please show us the net income or gross income of the Kana Group. I dare you. Show it. Then I will take you seriously. Nonsense. Nobody serious there. My people, listen to me. You can't answer. Grandpa's people. I want to be in Penny. I'm learning the thing here. But like I said, though, join us on the 27th. We'll come in outside. They want to scratch it. And let me tell you, though, on the 27th, we'll be debuting a new kind of show, a new flavor on Unapologetic with all the ladies from the ANC, the beautiful ladies talking about issues impacting Liberia. And yes, after the announcement, when everything's gone away, the 27th at about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, these ladies will be on live on Unapologetic discussing issues about Mr. Cummings and all of the things that you want to hear. So join us on Unapologetic. We're coming back with fire, and I'll be back on Listen My People. We're here to sell the message, and we'll continue to do that. Until then, your TED Talk want me to bring the $13,000. The moment you talk about ANC owing money, your please TED Talk want me to bring the $13,000 back because we need our money back. All the money you stole from Mr. Cummings, all the money you stole from the people diaspora gave him for Nima Kante that he paid, tell him, let him take the 510 and pay the people that he said we owe and bring our money back because we need our money. Not saying he said we need it. Y'all thank you, my people. Y'all have a good day. My name is Duke, and y'all know how I roll.
Savos are crying, no. Market women are crying, no. There we are go. We tire, oh, there we are go. Innocent people are dying, yo. The students are sitting home. There we are go. We tire, oh, there we are go. There we are go. There we are go.
Then reduce the rest for those who are that not even working but making ends meet can buy. So when the shop fall, we cannot again and support scarcity. You understand? So what needs to be done for all the parts? We have our responsibility as a citizen.
Go. Yeah, there we are go. We tire.
Specifically, one is we will provide financing to Liberian businesses, Liberian businesswomen, Liberian businesses, because credit and financing is the engine for private sector growth and expansion. What caused the global economic crisis in 2008 was the freezing of the banks.